Hello, for this Mike's Mike, we're going to chat with some of Faversham's long-departed residents, who some claim remain among us. Now, legally, I have to say that this programme is for entertainment purposes only, and that Radio Faversham doesn't actually make any claim regarding the afterlife. After all, let's be honest, the life we're all leading now can be disturbing enough. The Vaults pub in Preston Street is a 16th century building. Now, not much is known about its history, well, not in detail, but it's believed that beer was brewed at the back of the building and sold on the site from an off-licence that opened out into Cross Lane, hence the pub was also known as the Hole in the Wall. The pub underwent a significant renovation in the 1960s when a mirror was found confirming that the pub had also been known as the Albion Wine Vaults. The venue's also recently undergone another refit to give the pub a more contemporary feel, but this has had a mixed reception amongst some of the longer-term residents who've been making their presence known and disturbing the current staff and owners. Tracy May lives in Faversham and describes herself as a comedy medium, so I went down to the Vaults and shared a pint with Tracy and met with her and a selection of the staff and customers, apparently from across the centuries. Well, we're here in the Vaults Public House with me, Tracy May, and you're going to help us explore what we might feel here today in the way of ghosts, aren't you?
We sure are. I'm going to have a little walk around and see what energy I can pick up, what sort of presence I can get surrounding this pub today.
And you've been doing this sort of thing for a while, haven't you?
I knew I had a gift about when I was about 7 years old. I was talking to spirits, thought it was perfectly normal. It was just something that I just did. Then I developed it in my 20s when I became a psychic medium, and then when the children came along I put it to bed. And 3 years ago I decided that it's time to come back out again. A lot of people want to get guidance, support and advice, so I can connect with the guides to find out what's going on in their life, what's happening, how to move them forward. So it's not actually contacting loved ones, it's also about working with their guides and helping them in situations and moving them on. So I can predict what's going to be happening with them. Sometimes they don't even have to tell me anything.
So how did you discover that you had this talent?
My uncle, well, my husband's uncle, was a psychic medium, and when I married into the family, he was known as the Ghostbuster, and I was really intrigued. and he was like the black sheep of the family because everyone's like, he's weird, don't talk to him. But I found him fascinating, and he really helped me to develop what I thought I had when I was 7 years old.
So you go round and you must pick up all sorts of vibes in different places. So we're here in the Vaults, and it's a very old building, and we're told that there's been some, under quotation marks, activity that goes on. But do you find as you're wandering around people's houses in everyday life, you pick up on things?
Sometimes I cut it off because I'm not ready to work. But sometimes I do feel like, there's a bit of a presence there, or this is a warmer work, especially when you go into our buildings, you feel like, oh, this is lovely and warm energy. Then you go, oh, no, I don't like that. It's a bit cold. So you can get, and you sort of saw when you're talking to your friend, you knew there's something there. Because they say, no, yeah, I'm fine. And you go, no, it's like that gut instinct that we all have. And that's what you need to tap into. As soon as you get that feeling of like, something's not right here, or that doesn't feel right about going that direction, you know, when you're lost and you feel like, oh no, and then you don't know why, but that's what you start off and you start acting on it, and then you start meditating and going, why do I feel this, why are you giving me these feelings? And that's how it develops.
I've seen these programmes on telly, and you get the ghost busting team, for want of a better word, and they're really mean to the ghosts. They shout and say, come out and do this for us. And you think, if there isn't anybody there, I'd go and throw a book at their head, to be honest, if I was a ghost.
I think that's all performance. That is just to make it a big hype. I think it's just because the viewers want to see and hear things. They don't come out like that. They're attracted to our light. So as soon as we connect with spirit, our light sort of peers up in the spirit world, and then their energy attracts to us. So it's not a case of like running around the house finding them. You just feel the energy.
Okay, we're in the pub, so we shall finish up our drinks and then go for a stroll and see what we can discover. So we're sitting here at the front of the vaults, and I'm finding it feeling a little bit oppressive. Is that just me, or is it the carpet that I don't like? I don't know. What can you feel?
Do you know what? There is so many different energies in here, and it is quite depressing. But what they're saying to me is, this is a community for the men. This is where we used to moan and argue and shout and putting things to rest. Political stuff was done here. What's that one? Judgment was done here. Does that make sense? Judgment. So if somebody had done something wrong, I'm really getting this strong presence where this is where they would actually talk about it. Or somebody would done something wrong, or what do you call it? Like a court. But it wasn't a court, it was a community, they're telling me. Like somebody would tell them what happened and why they did this crime, and it was down to the community to decide if he was guilty or not guilty, or be hanged or not. So this would have happened here at the front. I'm also getting quite a lot of people at the front by the windows, because women weren't allowed to be in here. It was men wanted it. So what you're picking up is the man energy, the whoa, you know, the real power sort of thing. Women, I can see in the windows, there's lots of faces, lots of people where they're peering, looking in, what's going on, what's happening, why are we not being told, waiting for the verdict. So yeah, I'm getting it really. There was a fireplace here. I'm not sure if there was, but I can see a fireplace. I can see someone standing there. I can see somebody putting his arm there, you know, like a bit of power on the fireplace here. Lots of decisions. I feel like anything to do with the town. I know there was a council, but I feel this was separate to, I don't know if a council was around in those days, but we're looking at a good few years, 100 years, I don't know how old the pub is, but I feel this was the community, political, and the man's part, if that makes sense.
And you've done no research on the actual property, have you? On the location?
No, absolutely not. No, but this is what they're giving me, and they're showing me. I've got visions of like people. It would have been quite a dark. I'm getting dark red on the top, and panels, wooden panels. Does that make sense? At the bottom, I'm getting a fireplace here, and I'm getting a bar here, along here. I also got a barmaid. She's coming in on the corner just there by that door, because can you see there would have been a door there? She's standing there. Very timid woman, but she was a bar lady. She would have been, she's telling me, broad shoulders, she's telling me, because she would have got the tickle, the slap. Does that make sense? Rise above it, she said. I had to rise above it, the talk, the sit on my knee, that sort of thing. And she got quite offended by that one as well. I also feel that this lady that's coming in, even though she was a barmaid, she had a child, a little baby child. And this baby, okay, love, yep. Her name was Frances. She was a bar lady. Okay, she's now with her little son. She's telling me her son. She actually fell down the stairs. There's some stairs here. I feel like there's some stairs here. In this little area here. I don't know if it's blocked off but there's something here. There's a doorway or something.
There's a little alcove we're looking at in the corner of the room here, where there could easily have been some stairs going down, I suppose.
I don't know, but there's some stairs definitely, and you go down and you turn sharp right, she showed me, and she slipped and she fell, and that's how.
Are these ghosts you're talking to, or the sort of spirits that you're talking to in the room?
Yeah, I mean, she stays here because she lost her son. You know, this is where her closeness, this is where the incident happened, this is where she comes in because of familiarity, this is where her life was, this is where she spent her time here. She'll pop in because it's familiar to her. It's like coming home. You know, it's like, well, brings back memories for her of life as a maid.
Can you ask questions of the people you're talking to?
Try. Do you want to ask questions?
I don't know what to ask. Oh, lummy.
Her name's Frances.
Her name's Frances. So she's Frances. She's a local lady.
Farmer. Yeah, she comes from a farmer's family. I'm getting Baddlesmere.
This is very strange interviewing a third party from some time ago. I was going to say, how do they feel about having where they exist turned upside down and refurbished?
Yeah, they're loving the new landlord. They're loving Kim, they're loving her energy, she's fun and interesting. They're having a bit of fun with her, they're saying to me. We are trying to make her laugh. She does see them, and they're saying that, we are trying to, as much as they can, show her presence, but they're not keen on this cream. They're going, no, it's awful.
Yeah, so the ghosts don't like the new decor.
No, it's too light. It's always been red. Hold on, she's coming in. She's going, no, it's always been red. Always been red. Change back.
Is she happy? Is she sad? I don't know.
No, she likes. She's born and bred in Faversham. Her family's in Faversham. Her work was in Faversham. But she does like it here. She likes the vibe in here. She's saying to me it's more uplifted. It's more. She's seen different people coming in now. A different class of people coming in. A nice class of people coming in. Not like the old riff-raffs that in her times where they were rude and arrogant and nasty. And it doesn't smell of the horse poo. She's telling me.
The things ghosts have to put up with. I don't know how they cope
Honestly,
with
she's telling me. Oh, if you were here now, the smell, it's a real strong horsey smell, And she said, oh my goodness, the amount of horse poo on the floor, it would be everywhere, because they would come in, and she said, they will not wipe their boots. She's telling me. Why should we wipe our boots? We have no time, woman. Get me a drink. It was like that. Straw as well. I can get a really strong sense of straw. But it's the horsey smell, if that makes sense.
Can you actually see her then?
Yeah, I got visions of her. She's got her hair pulled up. She's got a little apron. She's got little black boots and all that. She's very white skin, really pure white skin and blue eyes. She's got freckles as well. Her hair is sort of gingery, but it's blondie coloured. Very young. Okay, I'm just getting her age. She's 19.
Do we know what period she was here?
Let me have a think. She's saying 15th century, so it's really early days. She's showing me this is the pub, which was there was nothing here in Faversham. This was here, and it was. I could see fields. Lots of fields. So it's before that building. What's that building? Alexandra Centre. It's before I could see fields. Now I'm smelling smoke. Faversham. Was Faversham smoky in those days?
Well, I suppose there was some business. And Faversham started down the end of Tanner Street, where the bridge used to ford the creek. As was. So this part of town is relatively newish.
Yeah, it was definitely new, because I can smell smoke, really strong smoke. It's quite muggy. Does that make sense? It's quite not cloudy, but it's like a bit of like a smog. A bit like London. Does that make sense? So, but yeah, there's definitely grass here and trees. So we are really going back to the early days of showing me of this pub. I've got a man standing here. He's a real strong. Okay. He's not the owner of the pub, but they're saying the landlord was never the owner of the pub. It was the people that owned the pub, if that makes sense. And this one was a community one. They're telling me this is the one where we made the decisions. Again, it's like a cult. Does that make sense? I don't know if it was or not. I'm getting wounded people here.
Were wounded in war or wounded through disease?
In disease, getting smallpox. I'm getting people really poorly, sick. I'm getting laying on the floor in blankets, lots of blankets. 1, 2, 3, 4. six of them laying here. Small children. I'm getting small children. Oh, really, really very sick, very ill. Okay, I'm now getting a vicar coming in. A vicar standing here. Okay. Smallpox, really big. What do you call it? It's quite contagious. Oh my God, yeah. And he's coming in. Yeah. They're really sick. I feel there's quite a young souls that passed away here from this. I think it was not in a hospital because it had to be contained. So they brought them here. It's really, really odd, but they brought them along here to care for them with their mums as well. I'm getting sorrow, sadness, outcasts. I feel like they were outcasts because their children had smallpox. Does that make sense? The vicar is standing just here. It's a funny corner of energy. It's not passing energy, but it's sorrow. I'm getting really sorrow, and it's all along on there. If that makes sense.
I suppose it's those emotional moments that have happened, which are the ones that you get to pick up on.
Yeah.
So when nothing particularly is occurring, that doesn't get laid down as the energy that you can feel.
No, it's I'm automatically getting the feelings. I'm feeling low, sad.
Yeah, I'm going to do some research afterwards and see what we can tie up with the history of the building. Shall we go into the main bit of the pub and see what we can pick up there? Sure, all the customers here are lovely.
I'll be all right, won't it?
Whichever generation you come from.
Will it be all right, or just...
So we're standing near the alcove where you said there might be stairs going down.
Yeah.
My hairs are standing up on end. Look at my arm. You see my arm? Look.
Yeah, look. Can you feel it? Okay. Oh, no, this one's not good. No, this wasn't good. Somebody died here. Someone was like that. I'm getting somebody.
Got by the throat.
Yeah, I am here. Oh my goodness. Not liking it. It's not very good. A snitch. Someone's grassed somebody up. Not happy. No. Okay. During this meeting or something, he was trying to set up another man up, not business, but a businessman or something. And all I'm doing is just all looking and pointing. And then someone's got hold of him. Do you feel it?
Okay. But I can certainly feel it's a bit cold in this corner and a bit uneasy.
I'm sure there is some stairs there. It would be really interesting.
Right, let's wander into the main bit of the pub and see what we can pick up in here. So in the bar area, there's people about. Yeah, let's go and sit here, which is just opposite the bar. So what are we getting here? This is the main bit of the pub. It's been a pub for donkey's years, clearly, but it's recently had a very nice refurb, I have to say. So what are you feeling here in the main bar?
Okay. Let me feel. Oh, I'm getting a dog here. There's a dog. Okay, I'm just getting closer. Oh, a big black dog. I'm not very good with dogs, but he's sitting here. Can you see by that chair there?
There's a chair over by the bar in what looks like it could have at some point been an Ingle-look fireplace over there as well.
I'm not seeing that though. I'm not feeling that. Do you think it is?
It's just a guess because it looks a bit chimney-ish to me.
Chimney-ish.
As close as I can get to it.
It could be, yeah. Maybe that's okay. No, I'm getting a dog. Okay, I'm getting a sad, very old man there. Oh, okay, he's coming through. He's got a flat cap, bit down on his luck, this man, and he's brought his little dog in, sitting there. He's got a bit of a white moustache here. Very sad, very lonely man, very depressed man, not got much money. a pint will last all night. Does that make sense?
He's clearly been out with me.
Yeah, he's probably been out with me as well. Okay, where's this man from? Okay, he's saying that it's my home here. It's my home. He would spend all day here. He'll come in from... this man's retired. He doesn't work, and he's really finding things really hard now. But he loves the company. He actually stays here because he's quite lonely up there. He's a lonely man, very depressing, but he still comes here because it's more lively than it used to be, he's saying to me. Oh, it's much more fun here, he goes. Not in the olden days. It was literally, you didn't look anywhere. You looked, he's to show me, you would put your face in the glass. Does that make sense?
Let's move away from here a little bit and go into another part of the pub. There's an area up here which is a bit separate from the main pub, isn't it? This is where they used to hold events, and there's a pool table up here. It was an addition to the pub, it feels like, this bit, sort of architecturally. So what are you picking up here?
I'm getting something coming through here. This is a corner. Just hold on a minute. This is quite an activity one. I think this is a bit more of the lively part of the pub. I think the front of it was more political and that lot, but this one's a bit more lively. It's a lot more different energy coming in here. Okay, this is more jolly and fun and happy, and this is a bit more... I'm thinking this is a bit more later years, just to make sure it's to these ones. Oh, okay. I'm getting bikers meeting here. Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting those sort of people with leathers and real, joy and happiness and yeah, come on, we can do it. Yeah, it's going on. And I'm getting this lady. She's going, "Wait, you just behave. This is my pub. Don't spoil the carpet."
Well, if we have anybody listening who was a biker, sort of in the 50s, 60s, that period, and remembers coming here, it'd be fascinating to hear from them.
Yeah, lots and lots of smoking and joy and happiness. This is more of a... I feel like that was the early stage of the pub, and I think this is later. That's what I feel. I don't feel this is the same. Was it built later?
It feels like it, because the rest of the pub's got old wooden beams in, and this bit hasn't, has it?
Not very, very old, I don't feel. But as I said, these sort of people, I'm getting more like the 50s, 60s, where people met and had fun. A bit like a social club. I'm getting a bit more of a jolly happiness. What else am I getting? It's just this woman, she said, God, controlling them, they're like big kids in a school.
Well, I've had a look into the history, and yes, indeed, some pubs were often used as courts, right up until the 19th century, and there were indeed some outbreaks of both smallpox and the plague in Faversham in the mid-17th century, but we're unsure if the building was a public house then. Now, as I said at the start, this feature is for entertainment purposes only, so as someone used to say, don't have nightmares.